Hello from COP26 here in Glasgow. I'm Tony Perrotta, Sustainability and Regenerative Economy Expert with PA Consulting. I'm joined today with Frantz Beznik of Procter & Gamble and the 50 Liter Home. Frantz, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about 50 Liter Home.
Sure, Tony. So I'm leading the sustainable innovation for P&G, and I like to say that I'm in the business to make sustainable irresistible, and that's really what I mean. How do we make solutions that are irresistible, made sustainable? So people, consumers around the world, and we serve 5 billion of them, would rush to these solutions like there's no tomorrow, and they will be made sustainable. Now, 50 Liter Home is a manifestation of making sustainable irresistible in residential water consumption. 50 Liter Home is both an inspiration and an ambition. The inspiration came from Cape Town when the drought was really looming for the Cape Townians, and they were forced to 50 litre per day per person regime when they were at about 150, so 3 times more. Brutally, overnight, they were cut off 3-4 times reduction on their water. And I flew in and went and spent time with consumers in their homes to understand what's life about at 50 litre per day per person. And life is not good. Life is probably sustainable, but it's not irresistible. Long-haired women would actually cut their hair because it's easier to cut your hair than wash your hair when you just have 10 liters of water. People would carry that water preciously from one place to the other, keep reusing it on the hazards of becoming sick. Can you imagine if that would have happened during COVID times, for example? So that created the inspiration. What if we would actually turn the problem around? Cape Town had to resolve a drought crisis on the fly and had to force people to live on 50 litres per day per person. What if we changed the paradigm shift and said, okay, how about we're going to make homes that run at 50 litres per day per person, but they feel like 500 litres, and we will do that at zero carbon.
Amazing. And here in Glasgow, there's been a lot of dialogue around carbon, but it feels as though the sense is that's only part of the story. And I think the amazing work that you're doing is bringing the intersection of carbon and water together. You were just on the panel talking about that exact topic. Could you share your 3 key takeaways from that session?
Sure, Tony. But first off, water as an urgent problem is obvious, and I think the presence of the different industries was really helpful in terms of revealing how the urgency is even bigger. Of course, we're dealing with the residential, and we're dealing with it on urgency by creating a 50 Liter Home insane target. Almost 10-fold reduction, versus the other extreme of the world, we're using up to 500 liters per day per person. So that's number one. Point number 2, the water energy nexus is a real opportunity. I think, when you look at the homes, 20% of the greenhouse gas emissions coming from the homes are coming from heating the water. So as you solve for water problem, you actually will solve for the greenhouse gas problem. It's actually killing 2 birds with 1 stone. What I realized coming out of the panel is that water energy nexus is way across other industries. So there's a massive opportunities for us to actually spread the word around and create a movement. And then the last point, really the third one is, we've actually formed a coalition called the 50 Liter Home Coalition with cross-industry coalition across the entire value chain of water and energy, including also public space. But it's probably going to be worth talking to other industries, lateral industries, the food, the textiles and others, to see how we actually going to solve that problem holistically beyond homes, of course, as well.
Amazing. So in essence, how do we make sustainable irresistible?
That's the mission, and that's how we're going to make progress the fastest, I believe.
Thank you. Thank you, Frantz, for joining us, and we're looking forward to additional conversation.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks.